Welcome everyone to another Wednesday night, The Fundamentals to Gain Inner Peace with your host, Coach Menachem. And tonight, we're going to do some guided journaling for self-connection. So I hope you have a pen and paper, place where you can sit for a little bit with yourself, get to know yourself, spend some time with yourself, with compassion, with some love. Last week we did the exercise of 4-7-8, and I know for beginners it's not always that easy. Sometimes it feels you get out of breath by trying to follow 4 in, hold for 7, and letting the air out for 8 seconds. But if you're on your own, it's meant to relax. So take it easy, taking a deep breath, 4, hold for 7 and 8. So I hope you will manage to practice. But there are different styles of different ways of breathing that help you relax. But even taking a deep breath in and out, that itself is amazing. Try it. You'll see after 2-3 times, you'll feel a difference. And then there's the idea of holding the ear in for a few seconds. Just hold. So soon we'll do, 4 in, then hold, then out. The idea is also the exhale should be a little bit slower. So let's say it's 4 in. You hold for even 4 or 5 seconds. Then exhale for 6. Do that a few times and you'll see things just calm down, and it's amazing. Okay, so before we start, many times before meditation, before any relaxation, before breath work, I find, and when I do it with other people, the first few minutes, it's hard. Their body is like, there's a lot going on. You're coming from a busy day or a lot on your mind. So just by saying, okay, now stop and just focus on your breath, your mind is racing, your body is moving. Sometimes it takes 2-3 minutes. Sometimes we need to shake it out. Everything that's going on, all those feelings, thoughts. So shaking it out is a good idea. Just rub your hands, feel that energy, and just let it all out. So just so that we can get to a place where we can slowly take a deep breath and relax. So try whatever works for you. You can rub your hands. Just see where you are, becoming aware. If you want to shake it out, become aware of where you are, what you're feeling. And then we'll start with a little bit of a grounding meditation, and then we'll go to the writing, to the journaling. So journaling, we've been here, we've done some journaling. The idea is to start writing. Doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to know exactly how, no judgment. Just let whatever's on your mind, wherever you are, just start writing. So you can start with I and continue. Or you think about a situation, just write about it and how you felt. So just, even by sitting quiet and just let whatever's on your mind go on that paper. So we're going to start with, 2-3 minutes quiet. Just keep on writing, and then we'll go into a little bit of guided. I'll say, some questions, maybe ideas that you can write off. And you'll do whatever works for you. You can follow me, or you can write whatever's on your mind. But again, the idea is to write freely. There's no spelling, there's no handwriting, there's no neatness, there's no colors, there's no ideas. It's just a piece of paper and a pencil. And like I like to say, color out of the lines. It doesn't have to be, whatever's on your mind. It's fine. There's no right or wrong. It's just writing, just writing. So let's get started. Here we go. So hopefully you have your pen and paper. Before we start writing, we'll do a short meditation just to come into the room. So get comfortable, sit in a comfortable position, feet on the floor, feel it grounded on the floor. Hands on your lap. Just if it's comfortable, you can close your eyes, whatever works. And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let it all out. And let's do a count of 4 when we inhale. Then we'll hold on 4 and exhale slowly, count of 6. So let's see if that works. Take a deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. Now again, in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the idea. You can continue at your own pace. Deep breath in, hold on the top for a few seconds, and then let it out slowly. Beautiful. One more time. Deep breath in, hold on the top, and then let it out. Slow exhale. Beautiful. Bring your attention to any sensations. Feel the chair you're sitting on or laying in bed. Feel the support. And just notice your weight on the chair, on the bed. Just be present. Shift your focus to your breath. Notice the rhythm, how the air feels as it enters into your body and out. Focus on the air. What does it feel like? You can get back to regular breathing. In and out. Focus on the ear. Just feel it. Observe. Beautiful. And as you breathe, you can silently repeat to yourself, I am here. I am safe. I am grounded. I am here. I am safe. I am grounded. Beautiful. Okay, so open your eyes, come back to the room, and wiggle your fingers, toes. Beautiful. Here we are. Okay, now we can take our pen and paper. If you want, you can type it on the computer. But the idea is just to, let whatever comes out, let it out. So we'll start for a minute or two just with you start writing whatever's on your mind. Just tune into your thoughts, to your emotions. See where you are. There's no right or wrong. And start writing. You can write, I don't know what to write. And that's okay. And start writing something that happened today or where you are, what you're feeling. We're going to take a minute or two just so that you can let it flow. And if you're not writing, you can write about that. If you feel a little bit awkward, that's a feeling you can write about. something about your day, about yourself. It might be something you don't want to write about, maybe something scary. If your thought is there, try to write it. You can write one word, or you can write a sentence. If you have what to write about, just continue. And I'll start with some guiding ideas. If you want, you can follow me, but you don't have to. This is just a few minutes just for yourself. You can write whatever's on your mind. And if you want some guided ideas, you can reflect on a moment recently where you felt joy, even if it was something small, maybe something from today or a few days ago. What did it feel like? What came up for you? Just write about it. Some positive moments. Beautiful. Keep on writing. Another idea is maybe an area in your life where you feel stuck or disconnected. Might be something you don't want to talk about. Just write it in a corner, one word. Just write it down and go away. What would it take to feel more alive in that area? What's something that maybe you can do? And just write. If you believe you can't do anything about it, you can write that. And how does it feel when you feel stuck? What's the feeling? What's the thought? What's the belief? Or disconnected? Another idea could be you can write a letter to your future self, seeing yourself in a year, Menachem, healthy and strong. What would you like to tell yourself? Maybe some encouragement, some dreams. Do you see yourself in the same place or some growth? And that could bring up different emotions, different feelings. Just thinking about my future self. And let's sit and keep on writing. Any area that you have different things coming up, write it down. Let's sit with this for a few seconds, keep on writing. Keep it up. And if you're having a hard time writing, write that down. Beautiful. Now thank yourself. You want to continue writing, you can always continue. If you're listening to the recording, you can always pause and continue. And when you're done, thank yourself, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Whatever you brought up, I'm listening. No judgment. It's okay. You can bring up whatever you want. So thank yourself for allowing to share. Because when you write, it's basically sharing, which is amazing. Okay, so hopefully you had what to write. We can stop and just become aware. Look at that piece of paper and see what's going on. I'm aware of maybe it's empty, or maybe you were able to write some ups, some downs, positive, some negative. Just looking at it, and always remember when the negative things come up, bring in compassion to be able to listen, to create a space where no judgment. You can put anything on the table, anything and everything. And I should have mentioned in the beginning that someone once asked me, what should I do with it? I'm scared people are going to see it. I don't want to write those things. There's certain things in my mind I don't want to write about. So I gave them the okay to flush down the toilet. Do whatever you want. You can rip it up. No one has to see this. This is not for anybody. But it just gives them that peace of mind where I can write everything on my mind, even those things that I'm scared to say, scared to talk about, and then get rid of that piece of paper so no one will find it. And if you have something on your mind, do that. Write down something. When you finish writing, get rid of that paper, burn it, flush it down the toilet, throw it in the garbage, and at least it's out, hopefully. Beautiful. Okay, so we can take a few minutes to share. Let me know if you feel comfortable. You can let me know in the chat. If you want, you can share live. Just let me know what came up, different ideas, so we can reflect. Scary things. Yes. Just bringing compassion, just seeing those ideas that you wrote, and just see how you feel. Different feelings come up, and that's what we're talking about, just to be able to be with yourself and those feelings. Easier to talk than to write. Okay, that's a feeling. If you're aware of that, but to try, practice. It does take time if it's the first time. It was hard to start, but once I started, I had a lot to write about. Amazing. Need to trust and believe in myself. I am worthy. That's right. There is no one else. It's only you. And if you're here, you're the world. You are the world. Yes, I am worthy. I deserve. Just see those words. I wonder if he wrote more about it or if he wrote just I am worthy, because just that statement can bring up a lot of things to write. Why do I feel this way? Why do I question? Where does it come from? So that can make a whole conversation on that paper. Just keep on writing. Things that are hard to share, easier to write. Beautiful. There are no two the same. For some people it's easier to write. Some people it's easier to share with a different person. But again, it's really connecting with yourself, seeing where you are, what you feel. A problem I have with a no contact with a distant relative far away that I was told I have no control over. I can't do anything about it. That's something to write about. When someone tells you you don't have any control, what feelings come up? And that can be hard. So you're right. So like, anything and everything that comes up, there's probably a lot going on, those feelings, emotions. So you don't have to do it now, but to find some time where you can compassionate, safe, and write what bothers me. I was always resisting journaling. What a breakthrough. I was able to write so smoothly, not so scary as I thought it is. Thank you. And thank yourself. That's a beautiful breakthrough. That's it. Find a comfortable space where you feel safe and try to do it with on your own. Find some time where it's quiet, safe, where you can write whatever's on your mind. No, it doesn't have to make sense. No grammar. Exactly. It does not have to make sense. Or in order good grammar, just free flow makes it easy. Sometimes people have writer's block, and some people have a hard time writing, and the perfectionism side of them it holds them back. They're not sure if they should write this way or that way. But when that happens, that means you're in your head. When we write, we want to write more emotional, free, what I'm feeling. That's why the meditation before, to calm down, some breath work. You don't want to be busy with all the thoughts that's stopping you to write. It's okay. You can write upside down, whatever you want. That's fine. Beautiful. I wrote about the fears I have about my 19-year-old son. I cried. I find it easy to write and hard to speak out. Beautiful. Keep on writing. I find it hard to sometimes express my negative emotions while I'm trying so hard to have bitachon. Be positive and looking toward the Yeshua. Amazing. Yes. Emun and bitachon is important. Very important. However, that itself could sometimes hold us back from facing what we're feeling. Because am I allowed to write negative things? Is it okay to write what I'm thinking, or maybe I'm fed up? Is it okay? So yeah, just being aware of sometimes our emunah b'tachon could hold us back from facing reality. If my body is angry, if I feel angry, then that's what I feel, and write it down. My handwriting is awful and handshakes, and that's okay. There is no nice, not nice. It's for just writing. I think it's a good idea. There's something, when your handshakes, try with compassion. Take it easy, take a deep breath, and keep on writing. If you throw out what you wrote about an issue that bothers you, does that make you feel better? Yes. And again, try it. You might not feel better the first time, but the idea is you can find a safe space where you can write what's on your mind. I feel that way, and I know many others also do. They feel a relief. They were able to get it out of their mind onto a piece of paper. What happens if that piece of paper doesn't make a difference? The idea is so you can get it out and write about it. Put it on the piece of paper. Why should it be in your mind back and forth? Just put it on that piece of paper. And you can do it more than once. The same issue, same fear, same negative or whatever it is, even positive. You don't have to keep it around. If it's positive, I would say put it in your drawer. So you can look at it in the morning. Sometimes when you feel down, just look at those positives. But you don't have to keep it. The idea is just to get it out of your mind. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Wow. It's just beautiful to see that many of you managed to write, became aware of how that feels when you write, some breakthroughs, and a lot of awareness. Helped me process and reflect on heavy day. Many mixed emotions came up. It was great to let them out on paper. It's an amazing exercise to do every night. I don't know what you do in your safe space when you make yourself your tea with your, your something that makes you feel comfortable every day for a few minutes, I hope. But this is a good idea. You sit down and you say, where am I? What am I feeling? And write it. Okay, thank you for sharing. She's a danger to herself and no contact with anyone. I hear what you're saying. Don't have a touch with your relative. You want to help them. You feel like they're in a danger, but there's nothing that you can do. Now, could you imagine that? Imagine those emotions. You're thinking about somebody that you love, and you would love to help them, and there's no way you can help them. And this is somebody that's not in your house. Now, many people, sometimes even a person in your house, you see them doing the wrong thing. You think, you can help them by, and you've tried many times, might be many years, but you're learning that there's not much that you can do and take care of yourself. But before we can do that, just becoming aware of the emotions that come up, it could be grief, sadness, anger. Wow. And that's a lot to write about. Beautiful. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank yourself. Continue the writing. Even if you don't have what to write about, you can write the continue of, these lines that you sent me. There's a lot. I can ask you questions, tell me more. And you can do it with yourself. Say, I'm listening, I'm here for you. What's going on? Tell me more. Why do you feel that way? And see what comes out. The whole conversation. Just let it out, write it down. And hopefully with that, you'll feel much better. But just spending time with yourself, connecting to yourself, getting to know yourself in a safe place. And that itself, if you can be that safe person that can create that safe place where you can be honest, take off the jacket, face reality, that's amazing. If you want, you can share it with a therapist, somebody you're close to, but not always can we share what's on our minds. And this, by writing, is just amazing. So thank you very much. If it worked, you liked it, do it again. If it didn't work yet, practice. You can always listen to the recording. The recordings are available on menachembernfeld.com. And any questions, feedback, breakthroughs, you can always let me know. coachmenachem@gmail.com. Have a great night. And what's our schedule for next week? Next week, I might take off. I'm going to be out of town. So I guess I'll let you know in email, but you can always do the exercises, write some more, connect with yourself, and enjoy the moment. Have a good night, and we'll be in touch.